Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Single Moms Conversations with Kina. Day one listeners, big up yourself, and to all of the new ladies that are here, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. You could be any place else in the world, but you're here rocking with the OG. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And that way you'll be notified as to whenever Auntie is dropping another one. And yes, ladies, this podcast is for us and by us. I am a proud single mother, and so are you. All right, I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. It's for us and by us. All right. If you're new here, you might not understand why Auntie is just saying that so many times. Like, you're going to hear me say it. It's for us and by us. Right? Why does she say it? Because people tend to not understand that this is about us and only about us. And we focus on making sure, or trying to make sure, that we can hold this thing together. Okay? Listen, I've been there where I felt like my world is falling apart. And I wonder, how am I going to hold this thing together? Right? When you are taking care of yourself, you can't take care of other people and their causes and what they got going on. So that's why I say it's for us and by us, so that we understand that this is for us. Right? This is for us. So I know I missed last weekend, and we're going to get into it. And then I want to talk to you about just doing some quick and beautiful activities with the babies. Right? Inexpensive activities for the fall with the babies. Right? I love you ladies. You know that. I talk about y'all all the time. But I want to talk about the babies because I love fall. All right? Can we talk about our babies? Somebody said, finally. All right. Okay. But last weekend, I was so tired. I was. And I tried to do a podcast, and it sounded a little bit like this. This is you. The digital. Now, I know y'all ain't want to hear that Pootie Tang, right? Somebody said Pootie Tang. Yeah. I know some of y'all ain't want to hear Pootie Tang or hear, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to try again, and if it don't work, I'm going to let it go. I tried on Saturday, I tried on Sunday, and still kept coming up with, so listen. You got to know when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? It's a time to run. It's a time to stay. It's a time to give your body some rest. It's levels to it. It's all time. So I did not drop any bars last week. Of course, my life did not stop in other areas. You still got to go to work. You still got to make your money. You still got to pay these bills. You still got to keep moving. Right? Got to keep moving. So whenever I'm not here, it's not because I don't want to be here. It's because I'm exhausted. Right? I'm exhausted, but I am developing a flow. My life changed. I'm out working corporate. I'm in talking with people all the time. I've been fighting bugs, because I was used to working from home and I wasn't around so many germs. That's how it goes. So we're going to get into this conversation about fall. Can we talk about it? Please. Now, ladies, I'm going to tell you this over and over and over again, and I don't care. Don't want to hear it. You are the first teacher. You are. The lessons that you teach your children are going to be very important. Right? Do we know everything, ladies? No. But we know enough to build the foundation. Right? It's very important. When they're building a building or some sort of structure, the most important part is the foundation. So we are the foundation, you and I, right? We are the ones who stayed. We are the ones who accepted the assignment. And we are the builders. We are not the destroyers. We are the builders. We are not the destroyers. So I need you to understand that when you are functioning and flowing with my babies, that you are here to build, not to destroy. You understand? Now you also got to straighten stuff out sometimes. I know, but you are the builders. So doing simple things with our babies can build wonderful foundations for them. You will be giving them memories and experiences they will never forget, right? And guess what? They're going to talk about you when they go to school and brag to their friends and to their teachers about what they did with their mommies, what activities, you did over the weekend. And these are things that they are going to pass on to their own children. So the activities and things that you do at home are very important. Very important. It's also important to take them places and give them new experiences. But right now, we are going to focus on the activities. Some of the things that we can do with our children that are inexpensive, fun, and educational. All right. Some of y'all like, where Brooklyn Auntie at? She's still here, but when I talk about the babies, I change. Right? I just change. So let's get into this conversation. Okay, ladies. So if you're having one of those beautiful, slow Saturdays and Sundays and you're home with the babies, and I mean babies of all ages, I don't just mean little ones, tiny itty bitty cutie babies. I'm talking about toddlers. I'm speaking about preschoolers, elementary children, maybe young elementary children. We can do some very inexpensive fall activities with our children that will be an experience for them that they will never forget, because they're doing it with you and you are spending quality time with our babies without devices, right? So when you do these activities with our babies, I need you to do me a solid. For real, y'all know what it means when I say do me a solid. Now let's just keep it 100. No phones. Somebody said, Auntie, what? You heard me. No phones. Put that phone down. Whoever calling you, I talk to them later. But we're going to give our babies this time with us where we are teaching them, right? Showing them that we care about the time we spend with them and just giving them new things to think about, right? You are the first teacher, right? And they are our first priority, right? Trust me, homegirl calling you on that phone, they're only going to complain about the same stuff she been complaining about. Who am I talking to? Talk to her after, right? And I'll tell you what to say to her when you talk to her. But anyway, somebody said, Auntie, I thought you don't tell us what to do. I don't tell you what to do. But each one teach one. We're going to teach the other girls how to take care of their babies, right? So if you look outside, the most wonderfulest time of the year is here, fall, right? We get to look outside and see the leaves on the trees changing, right? To me, fall is the most exciting time of the year for me because it feels like a new year for me, right? In fact, some people celebrate the new year in the fall, right? And it's always a time for a new beginning for me. It's when I make the most money. I don't know why. It's when I feel refreshed. I love the fall. After dealing with all that heat in the summer, I need that fall, right? I need it. And if you look, the trees are starting, or in some regions are really, really turned, right? Most beautiful time, beautiful colors. It's like in some areas you can walk outside and it's a picture, like a picture that nature created, for you outside. Take advantage of the fact that the leaves on the trees are changing, because you can do many activities with those leaves. You can do leaf collages. You can do not scavenger hunts, but we can talk to the children about what type of tree this is and what type of leaf it is. You can look it up, right? You got your phones. Look it up. Look up the type of tree. right? Learn about the trees that are around us, and with all of these little lessons, just a simple activity like that, you're teaching your child about the environment that they're in, right? You're showing them how important they are to their environment by just even looking at the trees and saying, hey, that is a maple tree, that is a oak tree, that is a such and so on and so forth tree, right? And these are lessons that the babies are never, ever, ever going to forget. Never. That's just one, right? Once you got more, you can make leaf people. Did I say that already? You can use their hands to create the color of the leaf. So let's say you take the little hand and you paint in the middle of the hand. You put the hands down on a piece of paper, pick it up quickly, let it dry, and you can draw little stick figures. You could have them glue googly eyes on it. Voila. Their hand has become a whole leaf. It's magical. You are a mystical creature, mother. I need you to show them the magic in the world. Also, you can do baking activities with the babies. Anytime you crack an egg open and you put ingredients into, the cake mix or muffin mix, you're teaching your children science, math, right? Just teaching them about the trees is a form of science, right? You're teaching them. You can have them pick up the leaves. You can count those leaves. So let's say you let your baby go to the park. You're in the park and you're picking up leaves, right? And they pick up 10. Guess what? We gonna do the math. How many leaves did you get? Oh my goodness. I didn't get as many as you. You are so smart. What made you pick up that beautiful red leaf? Oh my goodness. Did you see all those beautiful colors? Right? You're going to teach them colors. You're going to count those leaves. You are magic. Do you understand what just happened? Right? When you're making those beautiful cupcakes with our babies, or whatever you're going to bake. Some of you are ballers. You're out here baking cookies. Auntie, I make leaf cookies. Okay? Listen. Auntie, it can make a chocolate chip cookie because you could just drop it, but that fancy stuff, I'm not into it, right? I can't get it like that, okay? But if you're boiling and you're doing it, right? You're teaching them how to connect what happens in the home to the environment. It's a bridge you're creating. It's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. And we have that power to do that. These activities don't have any time restrictions, right? You don't have to be someplace at a certain time and do this at a certain time and do that. It's an easy go with the flow activities that you can do with your children. Of course, there's a plethora more. You could go on Pinterest. You can go on YouTube, even wherever you know how to find these things. You ladies know better than me to find activities for the fall for your children. Hang it up. Put it on your refrigerator, put it on your wall. Let the children see their art on the wall. The reason why children need to see their art on the wall and on the refrigerator and places around the home is because it shows them how important they are. Yeah, they need to look at what they did and see it up there as a part of what goes on in the house, and it shows them you're important. Look, I put you. It's beautiful. Now, I have known some children to watch that refrigerator to make sure their art stays up there. I've seen it. Okay, and I had one child in particular, if I took it down, they'd be, where's my picture? And I'm like, oh, you know what? I need another one. Let's do another one, but let's put something else. Oh, I have something, bring me something. Here, put that up there. It's just, yeah, every kid is different. But it shows them, hey, mommy really loves what you did, and I think it's so beautiful, and that I want to keep it up here so we can show it every day. Right? Of course, in fall, there's plenty of books about fall. There's books about acorns. Okay, there's books about pumpkins. There's books about so many wonderful magical things that we can read to our children. Also, they have the cutest shows on YouTube. And of course, my favorite, The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I love The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Okay, I like the fall stuff. And also, we have Halloween coming, right? So some ladies are buying their pumpkins now. I got my pumpkins already, right? And what I learned to do is, so I could preserve the pumpkin, we would paint the pumpkins. Right, so this is a whole activity that can be done. You can get paint from the dollar store. They have tempera paint in the dollar store. I saw it. You can get you some brushes, right, for $1. Make sure you wash those brushes out, okay, and keep them for the next activity, right? Some mommies don't have paint, right? It's okay. It's perfectly okay. You can use markers and you can color the pumpkin, right? And now that's a part of your fall decor for the home. The pumpkin costs $3.48 if you went to Aldi's. That's where I went. That's all I'm saying. I got 2 pumpkins for $7. I was chilling. You know what I'm saying. And we decorate the pumpkins. And then later we can cut the pumpkin out and make jack-o'-lanterns if that's what you do, right? And cutting the pumpkin itself, it's a whole different activity. That's really that's science right there. You're gonna teach them about pumpkins, pumpkin seeds, what's inside the pumpkins, right? And if you look it up, you'll see that there's beautiful flowers that grow in the pumpkin patch, or you maybe get them over to a pumpkin patch. There's levels to it. You don't have to have a lot of money to teach your children and to have fun with your children. There's basic things that we can do at home as the first teachers. All right, as the first teachers. Hello. Oh, and I forgot to put in, we are not going to focus on the end results, right? We're not going to focus on who's look better. You know, if you're doing your art and you have a few children, we are looking at the process, right? And I need you to post these pictures. Okay, go in like the iPhone photographer. I know you are. Okay, some of y'all are iPhone photographers. Post the pictures. Post those pictures. Show them what we do. Show them what we do. And put in there building foundations with my babies. Teaching them at home. Teaching them science, math, right? Teaching them about the environment. I am the first teacher. Okay, some of y'all might not put that, but y'all know what I'm saying. And then after you did all of that, after all of that is done, and you chillaxing, you doing whatever you do, I don't know, playing a little music, might have some Beyonce on, I don't know what you're doing, right? I need you to call that friend back, right? You call your good girlfriend back, and it's gonna go a little something like this. Hey girl, I was calling you. Right, because you know people always try to act like you ain't see that they was calling. I don't know why. Right? Girl, I was calling you. You ain't pick out what you was doing. You know, some people will ask you that, and I need you to be on some girl. You know, fall is here. I'm doing my activities with my children. You know, we getting our pumpkins together. We getting the house together for the fall. You know, we made leaf people. We did this, we did that. We did this, we did that. We baking muffins, child. You know, I'm getting my list together for Thanksgiving, girl, because you know food is high. I got to get my list together. I'm about my business, okay? You gotta let people know sometimes you about your business. And I don't know what she gonna say after that, because she might start feeling some type of way, because when people see you doing positive things with your family, it kind of ruffles feathers sometimes. So I don't know what she gonna say, but we know what you've done, and we know that we could wait for a certain conversation. When it comes to our babies, we have to put them first. We got to do these activities, and you might have some people who be like, I ain't doing all of that. Paint, they gonna get paint all over the place. Don't let that deter you from doing what you got to do. Yes, your children will get paint all over the place. They are gonna get paint places. Yeah, it's just how it's gonna be, right? But we're not gonna set them up next to our white couches, right? To paint. We're gonna put them in an area where they're gonna paint. It's gonna get messy, and guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna clean it up. That's it. Gonna wash their hands. Okay? Wash your hands. Wash your hands together. You're gonna sing a little song, and they're gonna wash their hands, and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it. Right? I've had people say to me, when my children young, we were making Play-Doh. Oh, you could also make some really good orange Play-Doh. You can make some Halloween colored Play-Doh or fall colored Play-Doh, right? It ain't nothing but flour. Okay, get a recipe, right? It's not that serious. And I would have people say, no Play-Doh in my house. They can get Play-Doh everywhere. Not if you give them an area to play with the Play-Doh in. Say, here, you can play with it right here, because I don't want to get Play-Doh all over the place. Now, you don't have to have a daycare table in your house. You know them little table and chairs. You don't got to have that. I know some ladies have it. Some ladies don't. Get you a piece of tape. Make a box on the floor. And say, oh, this is the Play-Doh square, right? It's the Play-Doh square. Play-Doh can't come outside of the square. It likes to be over there. That's home. When we play, we go right to our square and we play with the Play-Doh there. You see how I made that rhyme? You see what happened, right? What are you teaching your child? Space, where things belong. Right? Of course, there's other things you're teaching the child. Teaching them about color. You're teaching them to be responsible. You're teaching a lot just by doing that. And you taught them a shape. Guess what? That shape has how many sides? There you go. And of course, ladies, we are going to use our discretion. We're not going to put a little tiny square on the floor and expect the child to keep the Play-Doh there. Of course, we know that the child is going to get up and try to walk around with the Play-Doh, right? And what are you going to do? Redirect the child. Hi, you got to go back. If you can't play with the Play-Doh there, I have to take it. Okay, you can play there. You can play right there. Oh, well, you can't play there. The Play-Doh is sad now, and mommy is going to have to take the Play-Doh because that's where it likes to play. Yeah. Yep. And of course, you're going to sit with your child there, right? The baby's not going to get it right away. And we're going to use ages and stages. So do we expect a 2-year-old to sit for a long time and play with Play-Doh? I don't. Right? Some 3-year-olds can. We're going to use our discretion. We're going to watch. We're not going to walk away. We're not going to walk away. We're going to stay in the same room and watch. Okay? We're going to get cute. We're going to get some little cars. Little boys love Play-Doh and cars. Right? Let them roll the cars to the Play-Doh, make different tracks inside of the Play-Doh. What are we doing, ladies? We're having fun. We're having fun. Right? Right? Tell your good girlfriend, get your baby some Play-Doh. Right? There's so many things that we can do. And one more activity, then I'm gonna leave. Okay? I love when we would take the cars, dip it in the paint, and make car tracks. Right? You can use the fall colors to make car tracks. Wow. Right? Isn't that fun? Okay, but of course you're gonna be there. Right? Don't be that mommy that they're gonna get it all over my house. Cut it out. We're different. We're better than those mommies who would say that, right? Right? Okay, we're better than them. We're going to give our children as many experiences, good experiences, as we can. That's our job. It takes patience. We don't cry over spilled milk, and we are not going to cry over a paint mess. We're going to clean it up. You do not leave your child unattended with paint, Play-Doh, glue, scissors, right? Okay? Crayons. You still watch them. Watch them until you feel that you can step away and come back. It's okay. It's okay. Stay in the area with them. Let's get it going, right? Okay, so ladies, if you like these type of podcasts, let me know. Send me a message or something, right? Let me know, right? I do love speaking about doing activities, but I also love speaking to you about you, right? So it's levels to it. We're gonna do it all here, right? We ain't got nothing but time. We're gonna do it all. But I want to thank you ladies so much for listening. You could be any place else in the world, but you're here, and I truly appreciate you. Thank you for taking care of our babies, all right? And if no one has told you that they love you, I want you to know that Auntie loves you, and I will talk to you soon. All right, peace.